Konnichiwa, it's Yumi here. Today we're going to do part 3 of the walkthrough for Nancy Drew, Tomb of the Lost Queen. The last time we were here, we were exploring the main tent a little bit, and we played a game of Senate with Lily, and I won, of course. And so now, the last time we were here, I did look in Nancy's bunk, but I didn't look at this book right here. There's a book on her shelf, on her stand, called The Lost Queens of Egypt by Professor Beatrice Hotchkiss. And it says, "Dear Mandy, you were so keen on my book about Marie Antoinette. I knew you'd enjoy my latest work about these magnificent women. If you'd ever like to learn more, I do love to talk about them. Beatrice Hotchkiss." So we have her number now. And this is The Lost Queens of Egypt. Let's see. So the first one is Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut was one of the most important female figures in ancient Egypt. She helped her husband Thutmose II rule Egypt. Upon the death of Thutmose II, with the heir Thutmose III only 9 years old, Hatshepsut stepped in as regent and soon declared herself Pharaoh of Egypt. For nearly 20 years she ruled alone as the Pharaoh, even adopting the traditional male garb of rulers, including the false beard. And for some of you who don't know, the false beard is like that gold beard that you see on the tombs. Her rule was one of peace and prosperity. After her mysterious death, Thutmose III spent years removing Hatshepsut's name and image from the records. Her mummy disappeared for millennia and has only recently been identified as possibly being the female mummy from KV 60. Okay, now this is Queen Ta. The great royal wife of Amenhotep III, Queen Ta was praised for her beauty. Amenhotep created scarabs commemorating their marriage in her honor. She is one of the few queens in all of Egypt who had a temple devoted to her during her lifetime. While she held great power during her lifetime and was frequently depicted sitting beside her husband as an equal, it was her son Amenhotep VI who provided her greatest legacy. Shortly after his ascension to the throne, he changed his name to Akhenaten and introduced a shocking change: monotheistic religion. Ta continued as a royal advisor during her son's reign until her death. The elder woman mummy from KV 35 is believed, but not conclusively confirmed, to be that of Queen Ta. Now the next one is Nefertiti. Immortalized in one of the most famous pieces of Egyptian art, the bust of Nefertiti remains a standard for beauty today and a lasting legacy of one of the most powerful queens of ancient Egypt. Her name means the beautiful one is come. Ruling alongside her husband, Pharaoh Akhenaten, she ushered in a one-god religion worshipping the sun disk god Aten. Nefertiti played an unprecedented role in the new religion and was depicted as the feminine aspect of the god. She was also the stepmother of Tutankhamun, the boy king. After the 14th year of Akhenaten's rule, no more mention of Nefertiti is made. What happened to her is unknown, though various theories for her disappearance exist. These include an early death, natural or not, to changing her name to Smenkar, I think that's how you pronounce it, and ruling briefly as a man after Akhenaten's death. Her mummy has never been found. That was Nefertiti. Now the next one is Nefertari. Nefertari, not to be confused with Nefertiti, was the favorite wife of the great pharaoh Ramses II. During his long reign, Ramses had many principal wives, but Nefertari was his first and best loved queen. She and Queen Ta were the only queens to be deified while they were still alive. The small temple at Abu Simbel was built to honor her and the goddess Hathor. The statues of Nefertari on the temple's facade are the same height as those of Ramses, indicating her high status. Ramses also built her a tomb in the Valley of the Queens. I've heard of the Valley of the Kings, but I've never heard of the Valley of the Queens, so that's interesting. This tomb is one of the best preserved today, and the vivid colors of the paintings within still grace the walls. When the tomb was rediscovered in 1904, it was found to have already been visited by tomb raiders. One of the items originally placed within to accompany Nefertari in the afterlife, only a portion of a mummy and a few broken pieces remained. Now, last but not least, it's Cleopatra. The last ruling pharaoh of ancient Egypt was not only a woman, but also one of the most famous names in history, Cleopatra. Born of the Macedonian Ptolemy line, Cleopatra VII was 17 when she gained the throne. Well known for her intelligence, she was the only Ptolemaic pharaoh to speak Egyptian. Cleopatra did not sit idly by when she was overthrown by her younger brother. Her rise back to power is legendary, from smuggling herself into Julius Caesar's presence wrapped up in a rug to her suicide after Mark Antony's death. Upon her death, her body was to be buried with Mark Antony's. Her tomb has not been conclusively found. So those are the lost queens of Egypt: Cleopatra, Nefertari, Nefertiti, Tia, and Hatshepsut. And you can always reference back to this. It's always going to be on her stand. And there's nothing else to explore here. So because we're playing Junior, of course, we have a task list. And we play the board game in the camp tent.
Did that.
We have to find a way to snoop Lily's and someone named Abdullah's bunk, which we're obviously not going to do now. We found Professor John Boyle's notes.
That's done. That's done.
We explored the main tent. And we have to find the burial chamber, see who else stuck around after the storm hit, and find a way to snoop in Lily and Abdullah's bunks. So, since we're done here, let's go out and see who else stuck around after the storm hit. Now we know Lily's there. This looks like somewhere to get water. You can never have too much water in the desert.
Oh.
And that's where you get water. And I believe if you get water enough times, you'll get a reward during the game or whenever that happens. And doing more exploring. If I pass over something, it's because, you know, I've played this game before and I can't use it. So don't freak out if I pass over something. This is another tent. And let's see.
I should try to piece the amulet back together.
Okay, this is an amulet of some sort. And we need to piece it back together. That's that. This really isn't that hard. You just have to basically, it's like a puzzle. Okay, those two pieces definitely go together. And let's see. Okay, that's one piece. Okay, that's another piece. That's another piece. Okay, it's coming together slowly but surely. Looks like some sort of cat.
There's a piece missing. I wonder where the rest of the amulet pieces were found in the tomb.
Okay, so Nancy's put together most of the amulet, but there's a piece missing from it. So that's something that we have to try to figure out. And this is the Antiquities tent, apparently. And we have to use the shattered pieces to completely rebuild the amulet, so we can't check that off yet. But to find the burial chamber and see who else stuck around after the storm hit. So we're on the right track. We just need to do some more snooping around. Okay, that was some sort of pick or something. Make sure you pass over everything so you have everything that Nancy needs. And okay, so there's nothing left here. Okay, so this is a list of someone's list of the amulets that were found. A gold fly, a lapis bamboon, a bronze cow, a carnelian truced duck, a gold ankh, amethyst fish, an emerald frog, emerald widget eye, a gold scarab, a obsidian jackal, an hedgehog, a carnelian truced antelope, an obsidian hare, a lapis lion, a lapis hippo, a carnelian monkey, and a gold lizard. And I guess that's these right here. So that's that. And let's see. This is the other side of the Antiquities tent. This is some sort of flashlight. So that'll probably come in handy later. Nothing else to get here. This
looks like a map of the site.
This is the map of the site that Professor John Boyle and Nancy Drew and I guess some other people are exploring. This is Tunnel 1, Tunnel 2, and Tunnel 3. So far in our inventory we have Professor John Boyle's notes, a lighter, a dictionary to help you decipher the hieroglyphs, some glyphs of the... When a dictionary alone just won't do, the hieroglyph practice book provides an entire notebook of blank pages to keep track of all your handwritten hieroglyph translations. So that's what this is. We have that. We have a pick, We have a brush, we have a flashlight, and we have a map of the site. So, let's see. Now, oh, what's this? This is some sort of, I guess, something to a puzzle or something that'll help us solve this mystery. This is called Ancient Egyptian Art from Pyramids to Obelisks. So we have that too down here. It's called a relic.
My dictionary could help translate
This
that.
is some sort of hieroglyph that we can decipher with our hieroglyph dictionary. And it says, "Judged is he by the ancestors of Ra." So that's our very first hieroglyph translation. And this is some sort of balled up piece of paper. And this is an eye with a number symbol next to it. Strange Phenomenon Inspectors, Extraterrestrial Division, Spied presents Farewell Earth, a survival guide for the Earth's imminent demolition that's fun for the whole family. 16 of the universe's foremost alien experts have convened for 8 hours of consciousness expanding lectures, including Anunnaki, Fact or Fiction, Fact, Are You Alien or Aliout? Wow. An exploration of Anunnaki pop culture, from smooth carbon to hot fusion, the influence of Anunnaki jazz on Earth, science, from Washington to Tesla, famous aliens in America, Don't Wake the Giant Space Baby, a beginner's guide to the next step in human evolution, the moon landing, is it too late to apologize, not the best navigators, why the Anunnaki needed the pyramid, and many more. Held over. Don't miss moderator Sunny June's special repeat presentation for things that you should probably know about space travel right now, so that it is not an unpleasant shock later. Reserve your tickets before rapid pole reversals trigger Earth's catastrophic dissolution into its component elements, whatever that means. Tickets are $32, no refunds. A ticket may bum up on re-entry. Andromedans not welcome. Direct all inquiries to Strange Phenomenon Inspectors, Extraterrestrial Vision. Blah 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 blah. Okay. I have no idea what aliens have to do with an Egyptian archaeological dig, but whatever. So, I don't want to make this video too long, so for right now, I'm going to end this as part 3 for the walkthrough for Nancy Drew Tomb of the Lost Queen, and I will see you guys very soon for part 4. Domo arigato gozaimashita.